Welcome to the session recap of episode 21, The Kraken. This is just a short series of short videos, 5 minutes long, to either catch you up to where uploads are coming out to watch the big long hour long episodes, or if you can't sit through the hour long and just want the story, this does a pretty good job at explaining that. So as this episode opens up, the party wakes up on the ship after the ship set sail a few days ago. As they wake up, Z just kind of wants to vibe below deck for a little bit, and the party just kind of follows his lead. Eventually, though, they kind of go above deck where they talk to some of the crew and some of the shipmates as they feel a bunch of uneasiness and ask why they're so uneasy. They then hear a famous sailor's saying, "Red skies at night, sailor's delight. Red skies in morning, sailor's warning." They kind of know why they're uneasy, but not sure completely what's going to happen. So they're not a little cautious. They didn't get more cautious. They were just like, okay, this is happening now. So a little time later, they kind of just go back below deck and talk to other shipmates, other adventuring parties below deck, and just trying to ask kind of what's going on. As conversation winds down, the party just decides to open a keg of ale and have a little bit of a party, just to lighten the mood. Which, of course, means Abdul Jafar brings the bag of arcane out.
Yeah, there's the keg.
I would like to ask my boy Abdul for some more arcane to put in a tankard.
Huh?
Yeah, okay, that sounds like a sound
All
idea.
right. I would.
We spike into punch, Oliver.
Oh, okay.
Rat poison
Took
question
this long
mark?
to realize.
So you guys have spiked the keg?
Precisely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Z is the first to consume some of it and turns a vibrant shade of blue, while Argesh also takes some and levitate is then cast upon him from the arcane. A member from a different party asks what's going on over here and asks, like, how is this happening? Why are you just throwing spells around? Abdul, Colin's character, then shows the bag of arcane and asks, do you want some? He then takes some, and an aura just kind of spreads around him, and anybody kind of takes necrotic damage, just a little bit. And he kind of walks away feeling super energetic. After some said events, when the arcane kind of dies down, Abdul and a few of our party wants to spike the keg of ale with arcane, which they successfully do. And with said events happening, a bunch of other magic and randomness happens periodically. After the party kind of dies down and everybody's fine, they hear a rumbling under the ship as tentacles burst through some of the ship and constrict the ship, trying to pull it down below the water. As the tentacles are coming in, some people are able to dodge them, as others are not, and damage kind of goes around, killing some other party members and shipmates. Our party, though, is lucky enough to have all survived the first wave, and as one tentacle is below deck, trapping some of the other adventuring parties and shipmates. Some of our party stays down there fighting that one off, and while others go above deck to try to fight off tentacles trying to pull it down. These tentacles aren't super bulky, so our party takes them down quite easily, and with those tentacles dying, they withdraw, with the ship being not under attack anymore from what is a young Kraken. But after said events, the ship has taken major damage and sinking surprisingly quickly. As some of our party is trying to put out some larger fires, some of our party and other adventuring parties are really just trying to cope with the fact that the ship is going down and they're probably going to die. But with our party eventually putting out one of the major fires below deck, and they still see the ship sinking pretty quickly, they decide to find a life raft, a rowboat, a lifeboat, whatever you want to call it. With that, Kavalar tries to stay on the ship because I definitely didn't want a character reset. But anyways, with that, the party then decides to save the captain and two other strong-looking adventurers. The robot is then released off of the big ship that is sinking, and as Kavalar dies, the rest of the party rows off with the captain. As they row for a little bit, they start to see a string of islands in the distance that looked quite uninhabited, but it's better than nothing. So they keep rowing towards there, and as they draw closer and closer, the more they know is that it is very uninhabited for what they know. As they get onto land and hear the sounds of birds chirping and rustling of the grass, they know that they are very much on an uninhabited, unmapped island with just trying to survive.
Feel me like a Hellcat.